Hey, Feet, Feet Freaks. They're on my Instagram, not on my YouTube, although they used to be. Thank you for coming. I think one of my favorite YouTube channels is called the Reggae Appreciation Channel. And he says, I think he always says, "Hello, everybody," or something like that. And anyways, I was watching a long time ago a documentary about the band Pink Floyd. Most famous album would be Dark Side of the Moon. Um, and they were talking about this period where the original singer and songwriter, Syd Barrett, had left the band. And then they had David Gilmour coming in. The songwriting, I think, was going to eventually be done by uh, Roger Waters. But there was this like 2 or 3 album period in the middle where they were very lost because they didn't have their main creative person anymore. Their songs were kind of they were getting a little weird, but they were mostly songy, and some of the early stuff had kind of a Beatles Kink vibe to them. The Kinks, you really got me in the Beatles. Everyone still knows who the Beatles are. Um, anyways, there was this music critic who was talking about this middle period where they're a little bit lost, and he said that their music went glacial. And like I move my hands like that when I say glacial because I thought that glacial was a really interesting word to describe someone's music. And I've had that like sometimes there's things in the back of my head that never get dusty and never get blurry. And it's amazing. And I don't know why I hold on to them. But this thing of him saying that the music was glacial made me think of these spread out sounds and ambient. And this is me talking about my music here for a moment, because on Monday, I finally broke down and made a third volume of the Dharma Gypsys music, but it'll be out Monday, and it is glacial. It is probably what maybe some people call ambient, although it's not. It's a little more than ambient. There is melodic structure and stuff, but there was very little rhythm, and there is very little like pop structure. It is more glacial. And I was thinking about that today. And I thank you for coming out and listening. And we're going to start from the seated position. We'll do the usual starting legs crossed. I do like to be on the mat. You're probably on your mat because if I'm not on the wood floor, my ankle gets pushed down into the ground really hard on this one. Um, Hands on the knees, spine as straight as possible. We're going to begin breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And with that straight spine, imagine like maybe a pencil or a flashlight on the top of your head. We're going to draw a circle on the ceiling, either a pencil circle or a circle of light. Or if the top of your head was a diamond and the ceiling was a piece of glass, a glass ceiling. We haven't heard of that in a long time. We would be cutting a hole in the glass ceiling with our diamond head. We keep breathing anyways, and we keep moving. This is a digestive pose. A lot of yoga has to do with a lot of digestion, especially all the twists that we do. It's very important. Let's go the opposite direction, please. Breathing nice and long. I remember when I first started to find out about the connection of yoga and digestion, and a lot of my teachers in India talked about it. Mostly only my teachers in India talked about it, in the fact that teachers didn't really talk about that here. But it's like an awakening. Once you start thinking about that, there is no turning back. And the bottom line is fuel efficiency. In and then out as soon as we're done using it. Not too much hanging around. Good, back to center, right hand down, maybe 6 inches out from the hip with the fingers pointing away. We shall keep the right arm straight. Left arm out. We're not going to do that extra hand stuff, but we are going to come straight up and over today. Long, straight line down the side without moving the shoulders. Look up along the elbow to the ceiling, and we shall keep breathing here. Feel the fingers getting long and make the breath even longer than the fingers. All the way down the side to the hip locked on the floor. Very nice. Let's switch sides. Left hand down so the right palm will face the ceiling for now. And then up and over without turning any part of the shoulders or the chest or anything, only using the neck and the head. We're going to look up along the elbow. It's weird because still that shoulder wants to come around, but we try to keep it still in its spot right there. We'll keep breathing. Back to center, one more from the seated, right hand out, left hand's going to grab the fingers and pull back. Then think about your thumb opening up on its own with the strength of itself, the thumb self. Very nice. Let's do the other side. And we're opening up now that left thumb and we're pulling back a bit on the fingers. We don't have to fight too much, just a bit of stretch. We know when it's there. And we listen to the body, get in touch with the body, keep breathing. By the way, the secret to standing without using your hands is to cross your feet out in front of yourself. Put your center of gravity over that, and we are coming up, and we are going to the hopping. You can shake the hands out if you like. We're going to get the more of the digestive system on the next one. If you want to pat the ribs, that's fine, but we're going to get it in a moment, in another way. Very nice. Feet the distance of the hips-ish. I like the toes slightly splayed. It feels better with the toes splayed when you bend at the knees, so they're not fighting against each other. We're going to swing the arms, letting them strike the digestive system back and front. The core can still be a bit engaged, so that striking is not alarming. And we keep breathing all the time. Just a little bit more. Good. It's been a long time since we've done early balancing. Let's stand on the left foot, intertwine the fingers and put the right knee in there. And let the leg fall against the hands and pull the shoulders back. You could rotate the foot or do nothing with the foot or flex it. But more, it's about breathing, keeping the core in and keeping the shoulders back as the heaviness of the leg and the hands stretches the shoulders. I feel it even in the upper back a little bit. Very nice. I like this one. Great. Let's do, please, the other side. Oh, the balancing was a little bit off there. And again, whatever you like with your foot, but it's more about letting the knee be free to fall into your hands as the shoulders pull back and the core in, so we're getting a bit taller. So you can feel that stretching in the shoulders. Very nice. We shall be at the top of the mat, big toes together, ankles a bit apart. Let's turn the thumbs out. I'm so into that now. whatever else you want to do is fine, but I think we should have thumbs out. Core in. Here we go. We're gonna sweep the arms up, prayer to the moon above our heads. Breathing out, we're gonna forward fold. Try to keep the legs straight. So the hands could be on the ground for some of us, or the shins for people like me. We're gonna look up, shoulder blades together, core in. Forward fold on the out breath, and then all the way back up, reaching out and up. We're gonna come down through the heart center, and then all the way back up on the in breath. Breathing out, forward folding again, fingers low. We look up, lengthen the tail through the eyeballs. Forward fold on the out breath. All the way up again, reaching out and up. Down through the heart center. Back up on the in breath. Forward folding on the out breath, fingers low again. We look up and we forward fold. Back up, reaching out and up. Down through the heart center. And up again on the in-breath. Forward folding, fingers low. We're gonna look up, and from here, let's step back to the top of push-up, and let's stay there for a little bit. It's a nice builder of the core. And by the way, the core is engaged, as are the legs a little bit. When you're ready, we're gonna lower down. You could hover 2 inches, roll forward, up dog, tight legs, third eye, and then down dog, pulling up and back. You can pedal the feet out if you like, or you could stay still. Feet are about 2 fists apart, and we're looking towards the navel. And step to the top of the mat, feet back together. We look up, shoulder blades together. Forward fold, out breath, all the way back up, reaching out and up. Down through the heart center again, and all the way back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding, fingers low. We look up, stepping again, time to push up tight. We're gonna lower and drop. Up dog, and down dog, and very nice breathing here. Again, if you want more movement, up on the toes, in breath, down with the heels, out breath, or staying still. And step or jump, top of the mat, toes together. We look up, forward fold, all the way back up. Let's do it again. Down through the heart center, all the way back up on the in-breath. Forward folding, please. We look up, stepping again, time to push up. We lower, drop, up dog, and we stay in down dog. And step, jump, top of the mat, toes together. We look up and we forward fold. Let's come all the way up, prayer to the moon. We're going to hold that for a moment. And if you feel like it, arch back and lift the heart. And then we're going to push the walls out. So feet will come apart a bit. Let's really open the hands wide. I'm going to take a couple breath here. I'd like you to join me if you don't mind, breathing in the nose and out. From the hips up, we're going to turn and look to wherever your right is. That wall there. And then all the way over, please, to the other side. Back to center and feet together again. Let's do it. And we're gonna sit in chair. Good, up, over, forward folding. We look up, stepping again, type of push-up. We lower, drop, up dog and down dog. Let's do crescent. Right foot up to the top. We're gonna stay on the ball of the left foot. Arms up, a little harder to balance than warrior two, a different feeling as the leg becomes one with the torso. The stretching is a little different there. You can bounce if you want to. We're going to stay here a little bit longer. Good, hands back down, stepping into a push-up, we lower, drop, up dog, and down dog. So left foot stepping into that crescent, at least for the first one here. And if you bounced on the other side, you can do the same here. Seems to affect the top of the leg here differently too. The quad, the stretch is real nice, especially on this side for me. On my right leg, the butt kicking leg. All right, hands back down, stepping to have a push-up, we lower, drop, up dog and down dog. And let's stay like this. Good, step or jump, top of the mat. We look up and we forward fold. Feet and knees sitting in Utkatasana. Standing, shoulders back, tight core. Let's do the same. We sit in chair again. Up and over again, forward folding. We look up, stepping, top of push-up. We lower, drop, up dog, down dog. Crescent again, right foot back up. If you want to really test your balance, hands in prayer to the moon, looking up. That will not be easy. Don't worry about it if you slip. Excellent. Hands down again, stepping. We lower, drop, up dog, down dog, left foot stepping, back to the crescent again. And we breathe here. If you want to look up, there's a good test of your balance. It will not be easy. Good, hands down again, stepping, type of push-up. We lower, drop, up dog, and we're gonna stay right here in down dog. And step or jump, top of the mat. We look up, forward fold. Let's sit in chair again. Standing, shoulders back. This next one we shall do with warrior two. We sit in chair. Good, up, over, forward folding. We look up, step in again, type of push-up. We lower, drop, up dog, down dog, right foot, warrior two. We're gonna take some time in this. We'll start with the self-adjustment. Right hand goes on the inside of the knee so the knee doesn't flop around. And pull that left hip back so you can get a hold of the hip bone, opening that up. Good, and then arms up into warrior two. Turn the right hand so the palm faces the ceiling. Let's arch back. We're going to take a few breaths here, looking up along the elbow to the sky. Great, hands back down, stepping, have a push-up. We lower, drop, up dog, down dog, Left foot, warrior two. Self-adjustment again, hand on the inside there of the knee, and then right fingers try to get a hold of that hip bone and rotate it, pull it back and open. Good, and then arms up, we'll stay here. Turn that palm in the front to face the ceiling and arching back we go. Nice, hands again back down, stepping, have a push up. We lower, drop, up dog, and we're gonna stay in down dog again. And step or leap, top of the mat. We look up and we forward fold. Let's sit in chair. We're just gonna simply stay in chair today. The arms straight up. We're gonna breathe here. This is out of frame, but if you want to intertwine the fingers and turn the palms to the ceiling, you can. Thumbs higher, pinkies lower. Very nice. We'll straight the legs, feet the distance of, say, the hips. You can do prayer or you can hold elbows, and we're going to let everything fall off the back. You can bounce if you like. I would push the breath out of the nose every time you drop down if you're going to do the bouncing. Engage the core all the way up to the moon with the hands, and then all the way down. Peace fingers under big toes. Elbows away from the ears, top of the head towards down. Up again. And down again, hands under feet. Toes touching the crease in the wrist. You could pull up on the feet, top of the head towards down, breath in the nose. Great, let's stand, let's take a moment in mountain pose, so feet back together. Okay, here we go. We'll sit in chair. And up, over, forward, folding. We look up, step in again, tap a push up. We lower, drop, up dog, down dog, right foot, warrior two, up again. Let's take a couple of breaths like this. And for a triangle, we're going to straighten the leg in the front, reach out a bit, right hand down, left arm up, breathing here. Both hands on the shin. Let's shorten the stance a couple of inches. Keep the legs straight and the feet flat. Those of you who want to twist, reach the right arm up. Excellent. Hands down again, stepping back. We lower drop, up dog, and down dog. Left side, please, warrior two. Whoa, we're coming back up. Arms out over the feet. Glad that was a recording of me falling over. Close to the earth, it's nothing to worry about. Good for triangle again, we straighten the leg, let's reach out a bit. Left hand down, right arm up. Again, both hands on the shin. Again, we'll shorten the stance. And twisting is available. Keep breathing, tough pose for some of us. Excellent, hands down again, stepping back. We lower drop, up dog, and let's stay in down dog. And step or jump, top of the mat. We look up, and forward fold, feet and knees, sitting in chair again. Standing, shoulders back, tight core. Let's continue. We sit in chair. And up, over, forward, folding. We look up, stepping, top push-up again. We lower drop, up dog, down dog. Right foot warrior two, back up. Extended side angle, center of the right forearm on the leg near the knee, or hands straight on the ground. Reach that side long. And back to warrior two. We are going to twist. It's your choice with the back foot. I'm coming to the ball of the foot. Left elbow is swinging through, hands in prayer, right shoulder back. We'll take a couple of breaths here. Right hands down again, stepping to have a push-up. We lower drop, up dog, down dog, left foot stepping, warrior two. And when you're ready, your version of extended side angle that you did on the other side. Back up to warrior two. We're twisting, right elbow outside of the leg, hands in prayer. We're going to breathe like this. Great. Hands down, stepping back again. We lower drop, up dog, down dog, straight up into horse, holding the moon above our head, hanging from the moon, breathing here. Straight the legs, feet running straight forward like the ends of your mats, straight to the ceiling, straight to the earth. Head down, we're going to breathe like this. Excellent. Back up. We reach out to the ends of the fingers, intertwine those fingers behind the back, and we forward fold again. Let's lift the toes. We'll hold them up for a moment. I'm going to hold mine a little longer, and then we'll put them down as light as possible. And all the way back up to the ceiling, and all the way back down, grabbing shins, ankles, or big toes with the peace fingers, elbows away from the ears. We stay down low, both hands over to the right, left shoulder under and through. And let's go over to the other side. And we're going to stand, shorten the stance anywhere between 3 and 3.5 feet. We're going to do the pyramid sequence we did not do on Monday. Left toes straight out the back, right toes about 45 degrees. And behind the back, your choice of grabbing elbows or reverse prayer. Shoulder blades together. We look up and we're going to come down and look at the left foot. If you like, you can do warrior 3. If you like, you can do half moon. And you can twist the moon, switching the hands, and right foot back down. We are pivoting. And again, behind the back with the arms. We look up and back down we come, looking now at the right foot. If you like, number 3 warrior. If you like, half moon. And switching the hands. And we'll stand. You can move around a bit if you like. And ultimately, we're going to do tree, standing on the left foot. I'm going to go ankle above the knee today. If you want to do locked, great. And then ultimately, lots of hand variations. I'm going to heart. You can go up if you like. Excellent. Let's do the other side. Standing on the right, you're lifting the left. And we'll do a mirror, a copy, mirror image. Good. Back to the left. We're going to bring the right knee up and straight forward. So the right hand's going to grab the right knee. You could stay here. Some of you, I know it's capable to grab the big toe and extend that leg straight out. That's great if you want to do that, but maintain your standing up straight on the whole left side. Let's open that leg to your right as you look over your left shoulder. That'll be a new visual lock. It may trip you up a little bit. Come all the way back to center. Show me the bottom of your foot. Great. We'll step that out a bit. And let's do standing on the right, left coming up. And if you extended the leg, of course, you should do that again. Keep your hips as best you can parallel to the earth, folks. There's a tendency to lift that left hip. Try to keep it in the same position as the right. And open that leg out to the left as you look out over the right shoulder. Back to center, show me the bottom of your foot. Great, let that down. Let's stay on the left foot again. Let's bend the right leg, grab the ankle. You could grab the shoelaces. I like the ankle, just feels a little stronger for what we're gonna do, which is simply, or not so simply, reach the leg down as if the foot is there standing on the earth. So you're gonna really lengthen to the top of the leg and then left hand shake to the universe. Make your deal, keep breathing. Very nice. We shall, of course, do the other side. Set that up however you like. Actually doing a combination of grabbing the ankle and the shoelace grip. So my pinky and that other finger next door, whose name I've forgotten, is on kind of the shoelace part of my foot, and then the thumb and the forefinger or the pointing finger are coming around the ankle a bit. Because true shoelace would be all shoelace with the thumb in the arch. That's a lot of talking. Great. Both feet down, feet about the distance of the hips, toes slightly splayed. We're gonna come down into a squat. Oi. Elbows into the legs, hands in prayer, pushing together. We'll lengthen up the back. We're gonna take a simple breath right here. Best pose for low back. Hands in prayer straight forward, all the way up to the moon, and all the way back down. Again, all the way up to the moon, and back down. One more all the way up, and one more back down. We're coming to cat and cow. I'm gonna pick up a bit of my mat and double the mat up so that my knees have a bit more cushion for cat and cow. Knees are 2 fists apart. We're gonna drop the belly and then arching the back. The eyes are closed in this pose. I guess you could do it with them open, but closed is probably better. So the visual lock is inside. Back to center, please look over the right shoulder and see the tail. And over to the other side. To center, we shall do a side arm balance again on the right side firstly, so that left arch steps back onto the line and the left arm up. You could stack the feet if you want more. You could stack the feet and then open the legs, bringing the left leg up. I'm going to stay with the knee down today, which is a little bit lighter on the wrist. Very nice. Let's switch sides. Left knee down, the right arch stepping on that line, which is connecting the hand to the knee to the foot to the foot. And whatever you did on the other side, we shall do the same. Good. Back to hands and knees. I'm going to unravel my mat because we are going to go into pigeon from hands and knees today. So right knee up to the right wrist, right foot up towards the left wrist, left knee crawling away out the back there. And we're going to look up and then down we come, forearms, maybe head down. And we're going to breathe a bunch here. So it'll be pretty easy to get to the other side. We'll start going back to hands and knees. And we'll put the left knee up towards the left wrist, left foot up towards the right wrist a bit. Right leg crawling back. And down again, we come onto the other side. Excellent. Let's sit down. And let's put the legs out in front while moving around a little bit. Bounce them on the ground. We'll do some nice long holds for some of these seated poses. They will not be different than we normally do, but we're going to do Janu Sirsasana, the static version though. So right sole against the left thigh. And then we're just going to reach out and try to grab the toes with both hands. Be aware that your right shoulder has a much further reach. So just be aware of trying to bring it down towards the ground. And we're just going to stay here and breathe. Let this be like each side of this pose is a meditation. And it is a very tiny meditation and a tiny breath work moment, maybe more than a moment. Great. We're going to do the other side. So right leg out, left sole in there. And again, we're going to go for the long hold and breathe here. In the long holds, we get to experience the body starting to kind of say, okay, I'll do this, opening up a little bit more. Excellent. Up again. Let's reverse plank. So both feet will be out. Hands will go back behind us, the fingers pointing towards the feet. Then go ahead and point the toes away and lift the hips. We're going to look at the ceiling for a couple of breaths. Great. Back down, left leg remains out, right foot flat on the mat. We're going to do our twist here, and we're going to hold the twist for a while as well. Left arm grabs the right leg, right hand behind you. You could bring the elbow outside, but keep in mind that well, you can always do less, but we are going to hold this for a bit. So we're going to breathe like this. Great. Other side, right leg out. Left foot flat. Right arm will grab that. We'll sit up tall. Breathing here, long time. Back around. I'm gonna double up my mat. We're gonna do our normal core work. So both legs bent, arms under the bent legs. We shall roll back onto the tail. You could stay here. You could let go, locking the shoulders back. You could straighten the legs, hands behind the heads. A lot of work. We're gonna do 5, so there'll be a lot of work anyways. Cross the feet, grab the shins. Let's sit up tall. Let's hold this. Shoulders back, core in, top of the head reaching to the ceiling. So a lot of things going on there. So I'm going to say it even again. The core is pulling in. We're really reaching the core all the way up through the spine to the crown of the head. But the shoulders are pulling back and then down towards the floor. It's as if the middle of the body is going straight up and the sides of the body are going kind of straight down. So we're creating this stretching in opposite directions, which really does nice on the shoulders up into the neck. Let's come up again for number 2. Nice, cross the feet. Again, we're going to grab the shins. We won't hold this quite as long, but same elements. And the arms are pulling against the shins, so that's kind of fighting against the shoulders. It seems very simple, but it's a really nice pose. Up again, we're coming. Cross the feet, grab the shins, sit up tall. Up again for 4 of 5. Cross the feet, grab the shins, sit up tall. And at last, the last one. Great, hug the knees in. We're going to lie back. And we're going to do bridge. Feet down flat and feet on knees, 2 fists apart, hands maybe almost touching the heel, not quite. Lift up the hips, tuck the shoulders, intertwine the fingers, push the arms on the ground and the hips up. We're going to take several breaths here. Great, back down. We're going to do plow, upside down, halasana. Legs are straight, toes falling to the earth. We're going to have hands on the back, which sometimes I push myself a little deeper into the pose with the hands, but be careful you're not pushing into the neck. And the tradition is intertwine fingers with the arms on the mat. We're going to breathe like this. If the hands are not on the back, we shall put them there now. Bring the elbows tighter in, closer to the distance of the shoulders, and up we come. Shoulders stand, heavy shoulders, heavy elbows. And bend the legs. We're gonna roll down into a dead bug. Knees in the armpits, soles of the feet up. You could stay still or rock around as per normal. Great. Knees into the chest and arms out like a T. We let the knees fall to the right as we look to the left. And all the way up and over, please, to the other side. And back to center, hug the knees in, and we're gonna lie down. Let the breath return to normal. Let the body breathe itself as it does. Try to let your body sink into the earth, maybe even tell your body to loosen up a little bit. Let's move the fingers and toes a little bit. You can rotate at the wrists and the ankles. And stretch the hands way over the top of the head. Lock the core down as you hold that stretch. Great. We'll roll up to a seated position. However you can sit comfortably. We bring the hands to the heart center, rubbing them together, making fire, fire to light the way, fire to purify, fire to protect, fire to set boundaries. And bring that fire above your head and see it like kind of surrounding you, like almost like a circle down to the ground. We're going to breathe some of that fire in through the nose. We're going to breathe in more through the mouth and even more. Hold the fire, tighten the core, tighten the legs, lift the floor, and then a little fire out of the mouth. You're living your dream, don't miss it. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming out this evening. It is DanielOverberger.com. If I haven't said that in a while, this is stuck on something. And let me turn off the YouTube.